everyone, this is Julie and welcome to SOFHAB. Today I'm doing a book review covering a newer manga titled Shōnen Nōto, new to us in the US, and joining me once again is Rascal Entertainment.
Hello there!
So this is another new manga I recently got from a local library. I saw it on the shelf and grabbed both volumes, and it features a young boy who wants to join his school's choir club and express his emotions through singing as a young soprano.
Yes, and before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get updates on SOFHAB reviews and even more.
Well, this book originally came out in Japan. It was released in a monthly morning 2 serial from November 2010 to May 2014, and we actually did not get it here in the US until 2022. And it's 8 volumes. It's illustrated and written by Yuhki Kamatani, and again it follows a boy soprano named Yuhki Aoi, and he enters the world of competitive choir and approaches inevitable voice changes due to puberty. So this book is a slice of life, it's musical, and it's coming of age.
Yeah, I was about to say coming of age. And this one here, you kind of can figure out by the synopsis that this is not going to be a long-running manga. It might feel longer taking it to translate in English for the US, but knowing that he's going to grow up kind of puts in a little bit of a, not a time law, but like it's on a time limit. So the whole gist of this particular synopsis is that they really want him to join and compete as much as he can while he still has before his voice changes, because once it changes he'll immediately have to change positions and he can't be soprano anymore because it drops so much that they can't hide it. So they want him to perform every chance they get, practice whenever they can, and just like with everything else in Japan that has a sport or club to it, they're very competitive and passionate about it.
Yes. And he also has an unusual sensitivity to sounds. When he hears the music, he experiences it emotionally, very intensely. And it's so intense that he literally just disappears from wherever he is, and he gets carried away to other lands, to other environments, and he loses where he is. And in the manga, they draw this so that you understand he's lost in the sounds.
Right.
Sometimes he cries. Sometimes you can tell he's frightened. His reactions to things, especially when sounds are involved, can be what is seen as extreme, but they learn to adjust to it because they say he feels everything intensely. And you have to be careful how you speak to him. If someone yells at him, speaks to him in a loud voice, forcefully, you can see on his face and his demeanor how he just starts to fall apart. Now, so you understand, he's in junior high. So he's not in high school, he's not in college.
Right, he's not 18.
Junior high. And he has an older brother who also had a soprano voice the same way. But of course, he's an adult now and he no longer has a soprano voice.
Right.
So he knows that at some point he's going to lose it, and everyone is trying to capitalize on that voice.
Right.
While he still has it.
Right. And that becomes the key part of the story, and have him take full advantage, use it to its full potential before that time of age comes. And for some, they kind of don't believe that he sounds as good as they claim he does until they actually hear him. And some are, you can tell, are visibly jealous of him having this voice, or wish they still had their soprano voice so they could sing as well as that. And different people kind of take it in different ways. And some are like genuinely excited that he has this and want to join him, they want to be friends with him. Some are more standoffish, some are more assertive and take their roles way too seriously in this club. And it's also a lot like one of those underdog stories you get from the sports movies and stuff made here, only they got an underdog for every sport and category under the sun. And for this one, it's just for a choir club that really doesn't get a lot of new members, and specifically they don't get male members, mostly because they're looking for really specific voices.
For basses
Right,
and tenors.
right. And most of the guys don't want to join because it's mostly girls, and the girls want to join because they want to hang around the popular girl, they want to date the pretty girl, so it's usually girls for the girls, and the guys aren't really attracted to being in the club for various reasons. So them getting, what's his name is, Ali?
Yes, Utica.
Utica. Getting Utica was like a godsend for them pretty much because they really weren't getting any new members, or at least any male members. So it is, constantly moving forward, and you're seeing them change in just a couple volumes.
Now, these 3 things that stick out about this, or I should say are interesting. One, he makes his first little friend. He meets Tomoya Tomo, who's an abnormally tall, extremely tall 12-year-old. Everyone thinks he's older. Sometimes they think he's an adult. He's often mistaken for not even being in junior high.
Right, I see.
But he and Utica immediately get along, and you can see that they have this really nice friendship. Second thing is Utica's mom leaves him alone a lot. She works a lot. When he leaves for school, she's already gone most of the time. When he comes home, she's not there. So he's lonely, and he's used music to soothe some of that loneliness. And the way he emotionally reacts to music is intensified, I think, partly because of how he feels being alone. Again, his older brother is gone out of the house. He's moved out, and so a lot of times he's by himself. So it's actually a great thing he got asked to join the choir, because again, he got to meet Tomoya and become friends, and he's actually becoming more friends with the other members of the choir. So it's a good thing for him.
Right.
Absolutely. And then the third thing is he is got this, well, not yet, but you can tell it's developing to a competition with a Russian voice soprano named Vladimir Ilyich Popov. And he's
should I say that 3
blonde
times?
and pretty and arrogant.
Oh, here we go.
And all the things that anime likes to put in a challenger.
Right.
And they want to beat the choir that he sings with, and they want Utica to beat him in a competition.
Right. So now, as I said, the story is building up to something bigger, and we don't know how many volumes it's going to have in English if they continue to... 8? Okay. They might have all 8 translated in English or stop. I guess we'll see if they have more volumes at our library if they send them. And it is a very different manga. And I think the only downside to the manga is that it kind of just follows the same trope you see with any type of club or sport themed anime. And not all of them follow the trope. Sometimes they'll do it so well, and their characters are so great, it doesn't feel like you're seeing a trope, and it stands out. Unfortunately for Shōnen Nōto, it seems to really blend in with a lot of others. The difference is it's a choir club and not a sport or art or anything like that. That part is different, but it blends with so many other things that it's not standing out, which is why people really haven't talked about it or don't even know about it. It blends too much with other mangas, and some of it can become predictable and not make you as engaged unless you really love the theme of the story and the idea. It may not stick out as much or be like, oh, I need to read the next one, I gotta see what happens next. Maybe until it gets to the rivalry competition part, it doesn't stand out, unfortunately, much. And a lot of these mangas are beginning to do that. They're kind of staying on the same path of other shoujos or slice of life or shonen, and unfortunately not thinking outside the box for a lot of them. But it doesn't mean it's bad, it's just could have been even more.
It's just a nice read.
Right.
Described as a work that portrays the harmony of the passing days of life at school, in which boys and girls share both their joys and conflict. So if you're looking for something heavier, you're not going to get it here. But if you're looking for just something to read, pass the time, a nice read that has, no action, no graphic violence, and no heavy storyline, things like that. You just want something that's like force of piano.
Yeah,
then this
so
is
similar to that.
right.
Yeah.
This is the read for you. So if you've read Shōnen Nōto by some chance, let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you think it's a pass? Let us know what you think. If you haven't, again, it's probably available at your local library. I don't even think it's on Amazon yet because, again, it was released newly to the U.S. in 2022. If you do read it, come back and let us know what you think.
Right. And if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification updates on SOFHAB reviews, hacks, videos, and much more.
And if you haven't visited Rascal Entertainment's channel, what are you waiting for? It's full of awesomeness. Get over there, check it out, subscribe, and tell her you said hello.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you so much.
I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Julie.
Have a fantastic day.
Continue to be happy, healthy, and whole. See you next time.